Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all doing today? www.cdsempoweredjourneycoaching.com. Get your life coach. All right, honey, what's yours?
Taylor Elite Trucking. You know what I'm saying? We hauling everything. Just give us a call. We'll come pick it up for you. Take it to California if you want to, wherever. Mexico, no matter.
All right. You heard that. Hey, we're talking about how to stay together, and this is part 5. And this is the roles in the marriage. Our roles. My role as a woman and his role as a man. So, with that being said, honey, you lead and I come along.
All right, and that's the end of the video. I mean, for real, it's almost that simple. Like, you know, they always say that the 3 P's of provision, provide, and protect. That is true. I mean, it's really, I don't want to say it's simple, but it's easier for us to do what God has already inclined for us to do. Like, for me to do my role as a man, and we live, so you correct me if I'm wrong, I don't struggle in any of the areas that I have to do as far as being a man.
No.
No, because it's God-given skills that He's already equipped me with to be the man. I know, what I'm saying, I already got the skills to lead and to protect and stuff like that. So as long as you're doing what God wants you to do, it's always going to be easier. Now we're going to face challenges.
That's right. That's right. And we're not perfect.
Right, but it's not difficult for me to be a man to lead this family because I'm only doing what God wants me to do. Now, the important thing about that is, though, it's some big shoes if you want to put them on to be the leader because you're going to have to lead by example.
That's right.
You can't just do a bunch of talking.
That's right. That's right.
You got to lead by example. So it's very important if you lead by example, but you also got to have somebody that's going to listen if you want to lead too. You can't lead where they won't listen.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So you have to project yourself in a manner that people will listen to it, that people will take it and want to. You have to exemplify some characteristics that somebody might want to be like you almost. You know, that's the only way I think. Especially like with John, the only way I can get John to kind of listen, I have to show him something that he would kind of like want to be. As a little boy, you know what I'm saying? So they listen to me out of respect.
That's right.
So you have to lead everybody differently. And leading you it took some time.
Nisha.
Took some time because you didn't want to listen. I mean, we're just going to keep it on this video.
That's right, because I did want to listen. That's right.
But let me say this, though. You might not want to listen because of how I was leading. I might not have been leading all the way like I should have. So, it's a lot of factors that go into being led, leading, or to be the head of a family. You really, if anybody's listening, as young men, as far as listening, I mean, I would tell them, bro, before you take that on, make sure you're right or halfway going towards right. When you talk about leading 3, 4, 5 other people's lives, like, because everything you do, they're going to be a direct recipient of it. If you lose your job tomorrow, you got to answer them questions to, well, how we going to do this? What we going to do about this? Like, when you lead, it's a burden, but if you know what I'm saying, if you trust the journey and what you're doing, you're going to have to do a lot of prayer too, but if you do those things, just use the tools that God gave you, you'll be fine.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Serving as a wife, it was difficult. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I really won't I didn't pray and stuff like I was supposed to. So I was lacking a lot of things as what a wife was supposed to be, what a wife was. But when when God started to, because He will come knocking. When He knocked and I answered, He showed me. And what He showed me was I looked at my husband and I looked at my children. And they always would come to me about things. And I'm looking like, why are they coming to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being real. I'm like, why are they coming to me? But because I didn't know that I played an important part within this family. And I do. I am always, I'm always the nurturer, of course. I'm gonna help my kids, of course. But as for doing that for my husband also and my kids too, I didn't know how important it was to be like actually be the woman. Do
So
the
I mean, cut you off, but the results that you get from your kids and your spouse, they're going to directly reflect how much nurturing and time you put into them.
That's right. That's right. And like whatever whatever time you putting into them. So I didn't know, and that comes from this is what CDS Empowered Journey Coaching is to have somebody to guide you through them things, to guide you to what a wife is supposed to be to her husband, what is a mother is supposed to be to her kids, um, because we don't all have it figured out. We don't, and I just I just want to be what I wanted, and somebody to sit me down and tell me this, and this, you know? So, but as for being a wife and a mother, you're not gonna be perfect at it. Don't think we're gonna always fall short. That's just what it is. But I had to learn it. I had to learn as I went. As I was doing it, I had to learn it. I had to learn what it was to be a wife. I had to learn what it was to be. I always been a good mother, but to be a better mother. Um, I had to learn to play that. Like I had to learn to be in my feminine energy. I wasn't in my feminine energy. I was in survival mode. And survival mode, when I think about it and I analyze where I was, I think I had come from where I was. It starts in a child, like um you're taught that. You raised up like that. So really all it is, you have to break it. You have to break certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because and it's not the people's fault before you because they lack knowledge on it. They didn't have understanding on it. And I'm understanding that now. They lacked it. They lacked knowledge on how it would, how it was to really be a woman. You know, they didn't know their self-worth. I'm just gonna put it like that. Um, but I don't blame them. I just know that they lack the knowledge and the understanding. And where we get that from, where we get our knowledge and our understanding and our wisdom, we get it from God. So if we're not reading our Bibles, if we're not fasting, if we're not doing all them things, we're unable to be what we need to be in our life. So that's what I see with it as for being a wife and a mother, and bringing it back in the home. When we going back to two parent households, we have to have God in it, because He shows us what we need to be in our home.
And before I forget this, I have to say this because we talked about it on the phone earlier, but I want the world to know this. Because women want control and they want to run stuff nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. But what women don't know is when you operate in 100% feminine energy, you do run everything, because before the man makes a decision, he's going to come to you, see how you feel about it, and the kid's going to do the same thing.
That's
and
right.
Your answer is going to ultimately determine whether moves are made or not.
That's right.
You're running the house.
That's right. That's right.
You got to be in your feminine energy.
You got to be in it. That's right.
I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger. I'm not going to ask you anything.
That's right. But I'm going to tell
you after the move's made.
But also the man has to provide that environment for the woman to be in their feminine energy. Also, right, is that the man has to go with, like, they have to be a little bit more open. They also have to get out of survival mode. They can't be so hard, because some men are really hard.
I was.
Yeah, so hard. So.
But you hard because you get beat up so much by the world. That's where that nurturing wife comes in.
Yeah, that's right. But if you have that up towards a woman, it's hard for her to be in her feminine energy sometimes.
Well, we all got to take those hats off. We wear many hats,
That's right.
When I was a technician, and I tell you that, especially when I used to work like 45 minutes away, an hour drive away, that would give me time to decompress before I got to the crib, so I could take that technician hat off and just be dad and playful and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So, and then also too, I'm gonna tell you something too. What comes in is that we always. Something I learned. We always try to go in and fix stuff. Like we try to fix our husband. We try to fix our kids. We can't do but ourselves. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying we try to fix everything else instead of fixing ourselves. We have to fix ourselves. And people might, some women might look at me and say, "Oh, she just, do whatever or go with whatever." No, I know the importance of what it is to fix yourself, because once you fix yourself, the rest of the stuff gonna come in place. Whoever needs to be in your life gonna be there. Whoever don't, it's gonna go away. Whatever is going to flow into your life, going to flow into your life. And you're not going to even know it. But once you fix yourself, it's just going to come on in. So it's going to flow. Nothing forced. It's going to flow. So that's what I kind of learned, like growing. I let things flow. And if it comes into my life, then it's meant to be there. If it don't, it ain't meant to be there. So, with that being said, fix yourself. Stop trying to fix them kids. Stop trying to fix that husband. And get to getting on them knees and praying. And fasting. And getting that relationship with God. Because He gonna change everything around you. And He gonna change you first.
I agree.
He gonna change you first, and then He gonna change everything around you.
Preach.
So that's where I'm at. You get in the process. You're gonna be in the process of changing you. Change you. The foods you eat, what you watching, what you allowing in your space. The people that you're allowing in your space, He gonna change all that. But you have to work on you. Don't worry about nobody else. Don't worry about what Sarah over there doing. Don't worry about what their husband doing. Don't worry about what them kids doing. You worry about what you doing, and you worry about building a relationship with him, and the rest gonna fall into place. You ain't even got to put your hand in it. The rest gonna fall into place.
All right now.
Anything else, honey? That we didn't cover?
I think you went over much of it.
Yeah. So
we gotta save some for next week.
That's right. So it's to the women that's out there, because some people might think they're perfect. The women that need, listen, don't be, huh?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you
off. Don't beat yourself up because you're not where you need to be at. Because you got to progress to where you need to be. It's just transitioning. That's it.
And you gotta, if you're not getting what you think you should out of that man based off of what you know his potential is, then you have to question yourself as a woman to how are you feeding him? Are you feeding that best side of him to put his best foot forward to be a better man? Are you praying for him? Are you fasting? So be like,
yeah, you have to work on your. That's why I tell you. And people say, "Well, that man should already have it and all that." Listen, if you was praying, and if you was fasting like you're supposed to, he would have came in the way you needed him to come in.
So why the man got to be a finished product when the woman ain't?
Well, that's what people feel. That's what
we're not finished products, but none of us are.
Well, that's what some women is feeling, like a man is supposed to be a finished product. I hear it.
But she ain't.
That's right. I hear it.
Both dirty dishes still in the sink. We both need to be washed. We both got to, get rinsed off.
That's right.
We are the same.
That's right. We still, they feel. They put men are on a higher standard, but you got to understand they human. For real, when I heard some women, it's about like the men ain't human. They human just like us.
And we treat it like that too. And I'm gonna tell you this: the man has more burden than the woman, because if it don't work for whatever reason, if it don't work and you want to leave, you get to keep the crib, the cars. They gonna give you food stamps. I'm out on my ass.
Yeah.
And I gotta make it happen. So, and we got a family of 4. We're supposed to provide for that 4 or 5 person household with no hiccups. Any hiccup, they gonna say, "What that man do?"
That's right. But the man is the same. We all human, y'all. We all human. Yes, he's the leader. Yes, he's the provider. But listen, we human, y'all. We got to wake up. We human. We all human. We all need some help. We all need a pat on the back and say, "Good job." We need that. Just like we need God. We all need. God sent us here to help one another. He sent us here to help one another. So he didn't say help everybody. He didn't say just help the women. He didn't say that in the Bible, just help the women. We got to help the men and the women. I mean, it's about like men are robots when I hear some conversations. And that's not it, y'all. Yes, they provide. Yes, I think we're taking that too far. I think we're taking that out of context, because yes, they provide. Yes, they're supposed to lead. But in the same sense, they need to be told, "Good job." They need to be told how important they are for this family. Some women feel like they have to overstep that. No, we are human. Because if that man done that to you as a woman, you would never heard the end of it.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, he ain't gonna ask for it, Well, slide them a little 40 or something to get a haircut
That's
and a
right.
burger.
That's right.
It
That's
ain't even
right.
a big thing, but it means y'all don't have a clue what that means to a man. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
That's right. That's
And it
right.
ain't number on $50, but it's like you done won him over. I'm gonna be honest.
That's right.
It's like, cause he gonna be like, dang, they thought about me. She thought about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we ain't used to that.
No. And you know, sometimes it ain't our fault where how we think. We are programmed thinking the way we think, but we can
We gotta
we can
we
break
gotta
it.
we gotta rewire ourselves
That's
because the
right.
generation that we was raised by don't match up with the times we living in now. There's some of the principles do, but a lot of this just individuality as far as well, the man's supposed to do everything and you don't have to help him. Times have changed because everything's higher now. Groceries are higher, college is higher for the kids, cars are higher. Like, so the man's gonna be. The man needs that emotional support more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
Cause it ain't that he can't go out here and make it happen, but he's just a bit discouraged when you look at how high everything is, and his check's gone every time he get it.
That's
But
right.
that little bit of emotional support make him pick up a few hours of overtime and make him cut a few yards. He'll make them ends meet.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. And don't beat yourself up if you didn't know it at first. Of we learning, especially if you ain't been taught. Especially if you ain't been taught. Don't beat yourself up over it. Cause we growing and we learning every day. And just because you didn't know it, okay. But you know it now. So you do better.
Ooh,
That's
I
it.
think you need to end it with that.
That's it. And like, comment, and subscribe. And we love y'all. Peace.